idea down to the last detail. Stunned, I turned to her, and with an apology that encompassed my entire malicious career as a sister, I whispered, "I'm sorry." Joanne teared up and said in a sincere but playful voice, "Me too, Melly Jelly Belly." I hugged her in front of my waiting friends. "Thanks, Joanna Banana." And that was it. We became friends. We always had shared a bedroom, but after that, we shared our clothes and makeup, as well as our secret crushes and dreams for the future. Joanne wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be something more glamorous, like an interior decorator or a pastry chef, and took a variety of classes at the community college, changing my major each semester. I tried on a variety of careers and was as surprised as anyone when the one that stuck was running the front desk at a dental office, which is what I do even now. That's where I met my husband, Ethan. He came in for a root canal and left with my phone number. That was almost 17 years ago. In that same time span, my saintly sister graduated with honors from nursing school in Toronto, dedicated herself to long hours healing the infirm, sent generous gifts to my 2 daughters on their birthdays, and spent 5 years in India. She worked at a safe house that rescued juvenile girls off the streets who had been sold into prostitution. Now you can see why I admire her. After Joanne returned to Toronto, I often wondered if she regretted not marrying Russell what's-his-name while she had the chance. It's the sort of question one sister can ask another, but I'd never come right out and asked her. We fell into a routine with our relationship after we both passed 40. She would call every few weeks and ask about Ethan and the girls and if I had seen Mom and Dad. I'd answer in short sentences, and then I'd ask about her job and her dog, Russell. Yes, she named her schnauzer Russell, after Russell what's-his-name, I presumed. I kept thinking that during one of those predictable phone conversations, I would say, "How's Russell?" And when she started to talk about her schnauzer, I'd say, "No, I mean the other Russell." Then I'd find out what really happened and why she took off for India for so long. But I never quite managed to pull that one off. That was until last year, when Joanne and I unexpectedly crossed another bridge between friendship and sistership. Or maybe I should say we set sail on a ship that took us to a new place as sisters, because that's literally what happened. I would never have taken off on such a lark if the choice truly had been mine. But it wasn't. I look back now and realize that in the same way we don't choose our relatives, I think it's also true we don't choose the best moments of our lives. God chooses them for us, the same way He chose 2 sisters like Joanne and me, who are almost twins, to turn us into the best friend neither of us ever thought we had. Chapter 1. Last November, on the last Saturday of the month, I stood in the garage untangling a string of twinkle lights and thought, who came up with the term Father Christmas? At our house, it's more like Mother Christmas. I'm the one who knows where all the decorations are stored. I organize the festivities, buy the gifts, address the cards, initiate the parties, and single-handedly festoon the house. Without the information stored in my brain and without the loving labor of my 2 hands, Christmas wouldn't come to our humble abode in Langley, which is a suburb of Vancouver. I always start with a long list of what needs to be done and tell myself to start earlier than I did the previous year. Untangling the lights on November 29th was a pretty good running start. That was until Aunt Winnie called. "Melanie, dear, you must come over at once. My lawyer is here, and he doesn't speak a word of Spanish." "Aunt Winnie, what are you talking about?" "The letter. It has your name on it. You have to be here when the conference call comes through. The call with Joanne."